and breaches. Where the digital hits the physical, we take the red pill, we break the seal. Infallible security, making it real. Bharat Mattaparti on the mic tonight. Turning the darkness into light.
I want to start with a cultural touchstone that perfectly illustrates the reality we are facing in the Pacific. Think about Mr. Robot. Specifically, the 5-9 hack. If you remember the show, the goal of the hackers wasn't to steal money for themselves. It wasn't to leak embarrassing emails. The goal was to destabilize the infrastructure of society itself, to erase debt records, to freeze the banking system, to cause physical chaos through digital means. What we are seeing in Taiwan right now is a state-sponsored rehearsal for a physical 5-9. The data coming out of Taipei this week is staggering, even for those of us who track this daily. The Taiwan National Security Bureau reports a 1,000% increase in attacks targeting critical infrastructure, specifically energy and water, throughout late 2025 and into January 2026. Let's contextualize that number, because in cybersecurity, we get numb to big numbers. A 20% increase is a trend. A 50% increase is a surge. A 1,000% increase is a campaign. We are talking about an average of 2.63 million attempts per day. Now, a skeptic might ask, if they are attacking 2 million times a day, why hasn't the power gone out yet? Why are the lights still on in Taipei? And that is the red pill insight for this segment. The fact that the power is still on is part of the plan. China is not trying to turn the lights off today. If they turn the lights off today, it is an act of war. It provokes a response. It alerts the international community. No. They are trying to ensure they can turn them off tomorrow. That is battlefield preparation. Let's look at this from a military perspective. If you are planning an invasion of Taiwan, a D-Day style amphibious landing is a nightmare scenario. The Taiwan Strait is rough. The beaches are fortified. The urban density makes urban combat incredibly costly. It is messy. It is expensive. It carries a high risk of failure. But imagine a different opening move. Imagine if you can compromise the SCADA systems that control the voltage regulation of the grid. Imagine if you can plant logic bombs in the PLCs, the programmable logic controllers that manage the water pressure. You don't need to storm the beaches. You simply initiate a switch-off sequence. You degrade the radar so they can't see you coming. You degrade the civilian communication so that the government can't issue orders. You cut the power to the hospitals and the traffic lights to incite panic in the streets. You break the will of the population before the first soldier steps onto the sand. This is a fundamental shift in doctrine. We are moving from cyber espionage, which is about information dominance, to cyber siege, which is about physical dominance. The attackers are mapping the terrain. They are testing the response times of the Taiwanese defenders. Every failed attack that we see in the logs is actually a successful reconnaissance mission for the adversary. They are probing the firewall to see how fast the Security Operations Center responds. They are learning where the walls are strong and where the motor is crumbling.
This is Bytes!